Fear of failure is good. Fear of failure will keep you up at night, planning and rehearsing and going over contingencies. Fear of failure will keep you training hard.
What's up, Ricocap family and traders? Back again for another weekly review of how this week went for us on QQQ and SPY. Our trades and how we navigated it, and exactly, what are my thoughts going into maybe next week or how this week kind of played out. So buckle up. This was actually a pretty wild week for us. And it seemed so long for me. I mean, man, this week seemed like 2 weeks in one. But let's get straight into it, right? So first we came out was the 10/21, right? 21st. We saw that SPY did open up and push back into a supply there where we rejected out. Now, I think the first play here was we actually saw that there was a gap here. So SPY and Q did technically, I think it was just Q, but SPY had this gap up here and technically did fill the gap, right? So what we did was, I think at open, we took some SPY calls, 585s, right? And it was just something to fill this gap up here. Right at open, we caught it and then it pushed up. That was exactly the only thing we were looking for right there. Got that quick, so made a little bit money on that. And as far as QQQ, we saw it pushing up pretty hard here. As it started pushing up hard here and felt that gap, we saw it kind of holding right up here. And I was doing this live and it was really fun too. So as we kind of pushed up, I waited for this dip down, and as it opened up and dipped down, I ended up taking some 495 calls, right? Tomorrow date expiration. We dipped and we came right up, ended up opening up on this candle, dipped a little bit more, pushed straight to our target at 496. Those calls, ran from $100 all the way to like 183 plus. So that was our major winner right there for the day. 2 and 2, kept it pushing as we ended up selling off straight back to this demand, coming right back up into range. So next day, of course, same thing. We gapped down here. And as we held above this demand right up here, very easy for us as well. We saw that NVIDIA was very strong on this day right here. And that was exactly what we're kind of looking for too, especially because the day before, we absolutely started that small account challenge, and I made the video on that as well. We took some calls out of this flag straight up. So that was an easy move there. We saw we did hold above on NVIDIA the next day. So that was enough for us to take some calls above this demand. We opened up, slammed some calls for the ride up, and 495 was our target. We absolutely got it. Ended up kind of chopping around, coming right back up. And same thing for SPY. We opened up above these demands. We ended up slamming the calls up here, came right up to our target right up here, and we're all out. Easy stuff right there. Even then too, for QQQ, I think I even gave a nice little freebie play going on, but easy work right there, right? So moving on to the next day, which was Wednesday. As you can see, we're going into some news and Tesla earnings this day. So it was very interesting. We opened up and we're kind of already hitting this zone where sellers were stepping in. And so I knew we'd probably either be pinned, chopped, or come down to 491. We had a big level right here, 491, with a gap below. That's what we're aiming for. So right at open though, we ended up taking some AMD puts. We saw AMD was in a flag right here. We knew in this orange area there was a gap fill, so it opened up. We kind of knifed a little bit. We came back up, slammed those puts. I think we took the 120 puts, and it was a very easy move to come right back down into this gap. We sold, made money on there, turned around at the same time and saw that QQQ was losing our 491 level right here, and so that was enough for us to slam some puts, some lotto puts. I think we got the, what was it? Beautiful. I think it was the, let's see. Yeah, 490 puts, lottos. We wanted them in the money, knowing that we'd get that demand hit right here at 490, or 489, possibly lose it. So nice little kind of bear flag that it pushed through. after kind of getting to that gap fill. So we came down, slammed those puts right here. We came up, retest, boom, dropped it. Beautiful work on the 490s, banger play. Those went fast from $1 to like 150 plus, and then just kept going 200 plus. And it kept going. So you could have taken, I told the team, take more puts under here. Beautiful move right there, zone to zone. This is RicoCap zones. This is how you do it. So we ended up stopping out around here. SPY was actually running the show, actually slapped this demand down here and just V-shaped right back up. And so that was in the close with Tesla earnings, right? And you can see Tesla earnings at close, ripper, complete ripper going into after earnings and things like that. Beautiful work right there. So we knew very easy, the plan. And this was the banger day for us as well. And I mean, super banger, right? We ended up taking, I believe, the 490 puts to ride it open. And why we did that is we gapped up off Tesla earnings. And I thought we were still very weak. The only reason market was even rising was purely off of Tesla earnings, nothing else. So SPY and Q did gap up, and so we wanted to eat that gap back down, and so we ended up going QQQ puts, ride it open. We knifed, slammed those 490s, again lottos, and we almost closed the gap on that second candle. We were almost all out. I went heavy size, and members banked with me on that day. Absolutely, we're banking nonstop, but there's that first play right there. And what we did next after that was SPY puts right up here. So we're hanging around our 579 level. I knew we knifed right there, came right back up for that retest at 579, slammed those puts as we lost it, got back into this flag right here, finished the rest of the gap right, came down to our 577 level, which I knew was target. All out there. Those SPY puts banged just as much, and there was a lotto for us. So easy work, right? Going into Friday, right, we gapped up here, which I think ended up closing with this candle, and it's possible, but we ended up closing the gap regardless. We saw SPY push up, ride it open with everything else with the gap above as well, SPYX had. So we saw QQQ as well. We ended up going QQQ, and I did this live for the team too. We ended up slamming the 497s as we opened up above this demand. And as we pushed up more, we just ended up slamming those 497s for $1. I got it for $1.08. Man, the entry was beautiful. I had about I don't even know, 40 people listening live, 50 people trading live. First play of the day is exactly what happened. We pushed up into the zone, want to get us above it. Second 5-minute candle got us above. This next third one opened up above, and I know I needed for this one to close, for this 15 to open up, and I could not wait. It opened up, pushed right back down. As it pushed back down into kind of the zone there and wick, we end up slamming those calls, and I mean perfect entry. We went red for maybe a second. Team got in with me, and we ripped to our first target, and only target, right? Finally, we were looking for QQQ to absolutely hit that 500 level, and it did exactly that right there. I mean, that was exactly what we were looking for, and we got that right. So second play for us was QQQ puts. I wanted to see what sellers would do up here, as 500 was a big target for us, and so right about right here we broke the flag out. I ended up slamming some I think it was the 496 puts. No, it had to be 498. I gotta check for you guys real quick. Let's see. It was the QQQ 498s. Our first target was right here at 498 for them to go in the money, so that's really what we're looking for. Getting on a higher time frame, we saw that the 15-minute was absolutely losing it here, and couldn't break it above, and then it just rejected out. I sold early. I had to get out of there. I sold early, 20% with the team. Obviously, they ran for over 100%, super in the money there. So whatever. I mean, I know some members held the runner and got that 300, 400%, 500%. They ran to 600%, which is absolutely insane, but that's good enough for me. A huge week for us. We absolutely killed it. No losses at all. We did take one SPY call play as a lotto right here. Tried to break this falling wedge, but couldn't do it. We kept a tight stop on that, but other than that, we know it's Lotto Friday. We get a little risky, and that was that. 3 plays today. We usually don't like doing more than 2. we do 2 to 3, but we just pushed it on the SPY. Could have gone a little bit better, but whatever. We absolutely killed it. So we're back in range here in SPY on this downtrend channel after today. Could be a false breakout. That's how it was. So monster week for us. Absolutely killed it. Tap in with the team if you want to win. I did this live, some of these trades live with a lot of the members. And so it's the same thing as my private Twitter, right? Straight to your phone notifications, my live trades. Get in with me. We ride, we bank together. Absolutely incredible, right? And let me show a little bit of some gains from the members, right? So here's some of the members too talking, right? Account going up every day with Rico. My account recovering, growing. Thanks, Rico. New members signing up and, killing it. You're a god, Rico, God of War. Look at that. Beautiful. Telling you guys, gaps are Rico's thing. I'm telling you, with the zones and gaps, man, we're absolutely killing it. Showing some other members too, 3,000 in a day, 6,000 up here. We're absolutely killing it, guys. And we're having fun too. That's the whole point. Community, having fun. Absolutely. M Jabber going crazy here. He started with the $500 challenge, reached 6K Monday, took 3K profits, and then he started on 926. So what? Not even 2-3 weeks ago. And then today he's at 4K again. We absolutely, we crushed it. Or the day before he was at 4K. Today he's almost at 5K. He ran it right back. We're absolutely killing it. So he's someone that shows up every day, does the homework, follows along to the T, and kills it. So absolutely amazing week for us. I can't wait to see what next week happens for us. Join the team if you want, walk.com/RicoCapital. If not, I have a bunch of free videos on YouTube. Check it out. And that's it for this recap. I'll see you on the next video.
You gotta fucking stop. You gotta stop with all this I can't catch a break bullshit. All the time you're complaining, you could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead